Hey, welcome to The Explainer. If you've ever poured your heart and soul into planning an event only to feel like it didn't quite land, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So today, we're going to dig into how to fix that by crafting a theme so magnetic, it basically does the heavy lifting for you. You know that feeling, right? You've done all the work, you've lined up amazing content, but there's just this nagging sense that something isn't quite clicking. If that sounds familiar, trust me, you are not alone. And we're about to get right to the heart of what's missing. All right, so let's get specific. What does it actually look and feel like when an event falls flat? Let's see if any of these common frustrations ring a bell. Does any of this hit home? You know, maybe you're pulling in people, but they're not your ideal clients. Or your message just seems to get lost in all the noise online. Maybe you keep tweaking your event idea because it just doesn't feel focused. Or you look at the whole thing and think, oh, this just doesn't feel as professional as I am. These are super common hurdles. And look, this isn't just a beginner's problem. The source material made it really clear that even seasoned pros struggle with getting the right people in the room. It's a totally universal challenge. So, what's the fix? Well, the solution that kept coming up is this idea of a magnetic event theme. And let's be really clear here. We are not talking about party decorations. This is a powerful, strategic tool. Okay, so at its core, a theme is the big idea, the vibe that gives your event a unique personality. Think of it as your North Star. It guides everything, from the colors you pick to the speakers you book. It's the feeling your audience remembers long after they've logged off. And you know, getting this right isn't just some fluffy, nice-to-have thing. The impact is real, it's measurable. The data shows that events with a really compelling theme can see audience engagement jump by as much as 30%. That's huge. That's the difference between an event that's just forgotten and one that actually builds momentum for your business. But here's where the conversation got really, really interesting. The group actually started debating whether theme was even the right word, because it turns out it's so much bigger than what we usually think it is. This quote right here was a huge light bulb moment in the discussion. It perfectly captures that confusion. Is a theme just the surface level stuff, the window dressing, or is it something much deeper? The actual glue holding the entire experience together. It really boils down to two different ways of looking at it. The simple view, that sees a theme as just the wrapping paper. You know, the colors, the logo. But the strategic view sees the theme as the entire gift. It's the whole thought process, the cohesion that connects everything from the very first ad to the final thank you note. So here's the bottom line. A truly magnetic theme isn't just a catchy title. It's that invisible, strategic thread that weaves through and connects every single piece of your event. Okay, so how do you actually create a theme that does all that heavy lifting? Well, the group identified 5 essential traits that make a theme truly magnetic and ultimately successful. This basically gives us a 5-step framework, a roadmap. It has to be relevant to what your audience is dealing with and timely, tapping into what's happening now. From there, it needs to be memorable, something that sticks, and create a real emotional connection. And when you nail those 4, you get the holy grail. You make it shareable. And here's how you can put this to work. It's like a practical litmus test for your ideas. Just ask yourself these questions. Is it relevant? Like, what is my audience stressing about right now? Is it timely? Is it so memorable that someone would literally screenshot it and text it to a friend? What emotion does it spark? And then, the final acid test. Is it so shareable, so compelling that someone would sign up based on the theme alone? All right, now for a really fascinating expert-level insight that came out of this discussion. It's all about using specific language, not just to attract your audience, but to actually filter it. This is such a powerful idea. Every single niche, every community, has its own secret language, right? It's nomenclature. Using that insider lingo in your event theme is like a secret handshake. It signals to the right people that you get it, that you're one of them. Now, the first reaction to that might be, whoa, hold on, isn't that exclusionary? And the answer that came back was a surprising yes. But it's about being strategically exclusive. See, you're not trying to be unwelcoming or mean. You are filtering for quality. By speaking the language of your perfect audience, you automatically and gently push away the people who wouldn't be a good fit anyway. This saves you so much time and makes sure your event is filled with people who are super engaged and ready for your message. The difference in the outcome here is just stark. When you use general, vague language, you attract kind of everyone, which wastes your time and waters down your message. But when you use that specific niche language, it acts like a powerful magnet for your ideal clients. It filters for quality, and it builds a much stronger connection instantly. And that really brings us to the ultimate takeaway. A strong, magnetic theme has one main job to do. It has to instantly answer your ideal person's #1 question. Why should I care? If your theme can do that, you're not just throwing an event anymore. You're creating an experience that people can't wait to be a part of. So, what question will your next event answer?